Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a reading goals update. So if you missed the first video that was launched at the beginning of this year, I will leave that linked below. I will also pop a card above. You guys can click over and watch that if you guys want to. Otherwise, today's basically I'm going to run through the same exact goals and just kind of show you guys or tell you guys where I'm kind of at on them. I set 10 goals, I believe, originally. And so, like I said, we're about a quarter of the way through and I just want to do an update, just kind of chat about it. I'm using this also for myself, not just to kind of let you guys know what my goals were, but to basically have you guys help hold me accountable to these goals that I had set for myself. So I had an old little notebook journal and I basically just wrote things down in here that I wanted to accomplish. I was using it also as like a test run for like a bullet journal to see if I would actually stick with something like this and whether I should invest in something further, because it seemed like I could get so like expensive with the whole bullet journal thing, so I didn't want to invest in it if I didn't think I was going to use it. And so far I've really been using this a lot, so I definitely think it's something I want to invest in and possibly start maybe with the birth of our first child and just kind of like journal that whole experience. I wish I would have done it through the pregnancy, but like I said, I wasn't sure I would stick with anything. But yeah, so anyway, back to the reading goals. So I have this kind of open and I'm going to read you kind of through everything and just kind of show you guys what I've been up to. So goal number one was basically my yearly reading goal, and it was to read 3 books every single month, and that was just because I knew I was going to have a baby come April. Wasn't sure if I would be able to read a whole lot, so I thought three books per month would be manageable or like doable with a newborn. So yeah, I decided to make that part of my goal. So far, I have read at least 3 every single month, so that's fantastic. However, still not sure if that's going to actually be attainable once baby gets here, but I'm really hoping so. So that was number 1. Number 2 was to build a second DIY like crate shelf. I'd already had one, but we were wanting to fill in the other side, and that has happily been done. So I checked that one off. If you guys missed it, I did a TBR like bookshelf tour, and you guys can kind of see the overview of those crate shelves and everything on there, because the crate shelves are currently holding my TBR books. So again, I will pop a card and leave a link below if you guys want to check that out. My third goal was to reorganize the bookshelves that are currently behind me. They are the IKEA. I believe they're called the Calyx shelves. I absolutely love it so much. It's been one of my favorite purchases from IKEA ever, and I get lots of compliments on them. Again, they are not your traditional bookshelf, but I really, really love them. The fact that I can stack a lot of books in it or also use it kind of as like decor and just kind of mix and change things up. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to redo it. And so yeah, so that also has a video if you guys want to see the entire bookshelf tour, all of that good stuff. Again, popping a card and a link below. My fourth goal was to work on reading or unhauling my TBR shelves. So they are absolutely insane, you guys. I had 272 books as of January 1st that were unread and just sitting there. So I wanted to finish those shelves, put the TBR books on the shelves. I really thought it would house all of them. It definitely does not. And I've been getting more and more, and so the pile is just growing. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. So if you guys would like to see some unhauls, or if you guys are interested in, instead of maybe just donating them or something, if you guys are interested in maybe purchasing them for just a couple bucks, I definitely think I would love to share the wealth with more bookish friends. Otherwise, I will probably end up just trading them in at the used bookstore, because I feel like there's so many. A lot of them have been sitting here a while, so I want to dig through some of the older ones and just figure out what I haven't gotten to over the last year, and those should go first. So I've been doing my best to read. I was really, really good at the beginning of the year. I was on top of all my like current book releases, and I was reading TBR books and all of that good stuff, along with at least one like just released book. However, I've kind of fallen behind. The more books that keep getting released, the more books that are being sent to me. I'm not reading as many as that are on my shelf as I should be. So in one aspect, I am reading them because they're ones that are showing up and arriving, but they're not ones that have been sitting here forever, which is the biggest problem. So I'm kind of failing on that end, but I definitely need to either unhaul them, donate them, sell them back, whatever, just to help kind of clear things off, because there are a lot of them just sitting around. Let's see. Goal number 5 was to be more purposeful and selective with my purchases in 2018. I was going to book warehouse sales and buying books super cheap and then not getting to them, and then I would go to the next sale and I would buy a bunch more and I wouldn't get to them, and so it became this problem that I wasn't reading anything that I purchased. So yeah, I wanted to be more purposeful with what I actually purchased. And this year, I believe I only bought through the first month or 2, possibly 3. And I actually haven't bought anything during, actually I think it was only the first 2 months that I actually bought a book. And I was only allowed to buy 1. And so far I don't think I've bought anything in March, and I haven't bought anything in April for myself. So I'm pretty proud that that is going well, that my spending habits have stopped there. 6 was to bring recommendation videos to this channel, which I have been doing. I will leave those linked below if you guys are interested in it. The next one that I was thinking about was doing a poetry one, because I've had a couple people request some poetry like recommendations. I think I could do a comic recommendation. So I don't know. I've done a few. I've done a romance, I've done a thriller, and I can't remember the other one. Those might be the only 2. But if you guys have a specific requested like recommendation video you would like to see, definitely let me know, leave it below, and that way I can get to it. Because I think, like I said, I can't remember if I've done them every month or every other month, but there's at least those 2 out there at the moment, and another one is coming. Goal number 7 was to do at least 6 videos per month on this channel. So far I've been holding up to that amazingly well. I sometimes don't feel like filming, and so I've been very surprised that I've actually been able to actually uphold those 6 videos, you know, between work life and home life, and then being pregnant on top of it, and still trying to find time to squeeze everything else in between when I'm not sleeping, because I feel like that's all I've wanted to do this last like trimester is just sleep. So yeah, definitely proud that I've gotten those done, and that's been holding up well, but again, we'll see how that fares after the baby arrives. Number 8 was to do monthly reads and buddy reads. That one has gone really well so far. April is the first hang up. I looked at my TBR and they were all upcoming releases. A lot of them were ARCs, and so people couldn't get their hands on them. And I didn't know what else. I kind of just fell behind and didn't keep up with what was releasing early enough. So I didn't come up with one, but I have a couple ideas. I will be putting them on my Instagram. I will need your guys' opinions. So you'll have to come over, follow me, and help vote and see what you guys want to do for April, because I'm definitely behind the ball on that one. Number 9 was to do monthly live shows or hangouts on YouTube or Instagram. I ended up doing them on Instagram. I was super nervous on my first one. The second one went really well, and then I missed last month's just because it was so chaotic. We were finishing the nursery. We were just doing all kinds of things, you know, between DIY projects and the nursery and just a lot of baby prep stuff. And so I just let it get away from me. So I'm a little disappointed that I missed that month. And I'm not sure if I will make it this month because baby is due anytime. So I'm not sure when that will happen. But again, I feel like I should pop on and just do a live and just see how it goes. And so maybe with your guys' encouragement, I can get that, because that one is definitely falling behind as well. And then the last goal was number 10, to build up the baby's library and read every day. We have been doing that, and it's been amazing. So for our baby shower, we requested, instead of people bringing cards, that they bring a book that is signed, that meant either something to them or that they really enjoyed, or one that they just found that came recommended, whatever it may be. But just put a cute little note so that when we get to read to the baby, we have a sweet note from somebody in the family, a way to remember that book and that person. And so every night before bed, my husband and I have actually been reading to baby while he's in the belly, and it's been really fun for my husband and I to connect that way. It's been really cool to see and feel the baby kind of like respond to us as well. And then we got to fill up the baby's library. So if you guys missed the library tour, the like updated one, I will leave that linked below. And I'm going to do a baby's library tour here shortly. We're almost done with all of the books that we've been collecting or been receiving. So as soon as all of those books are on the shelf, we will do the final library tour, which I'm really excited about. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on my goals. Like I said, I just wanted help being held accountable to some of these things. And if you guys set any goals, I would like to know what your goals were, how you guys are doing on them down below. So be sure to comment and just let me know. And like I said, this way we can help keep each other like on track to make sure we're getting all those goals in. And yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for the recommendation video, let me know too. And other than that, like I said, there's a couple other videos coming. I'm doing my best to pre-film a bunch of videos, but if there is anything specific you guys want to see, like I said, I'm going to have a baby's library tour. I'm going to have a 3rd trimester update and an April book haul, hopefully an April wrap up, but all of those are right at the end of the month and that's right around the due date. So I'm not exactly sure when these will get put out, but hopefully they'll get done. So this month's a little up in the air, and then hopefully I'll get back on track. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. Bye!